All right, it is the grappling legend himself, Buchecha, Marcus Almeida, if you want, but we'll go with Buchecha, of course. I got to ask you, we'll talk your MMA career, but we're just a couple days after ADCC, so I got to ask you, give me your thoughts. I mean, such a big show, and I'm sure it had to be a weird feeling not to be on the mats there at ADCC. So, what did you think of the event this year?
Yeah, it was great, man. I think was like one of those events that want me to come back to grappling at least for one more time. So Mojacin did an amazing job. He did like a great show, and I think that's what the grappling world deserves, right? So a show like this magnitude, and it was amazing to be there. I was there watching, cage side, let's say like that. And one thing I can say, I want to go back there, to at least one more time.
I was gonna say, so I mean, obviously you're in your MMA career right now, but while you were watching it, you had that itch. You wish you were out there on the mats at the time.
Yeah, being honest, in the gear I didn't have because I was in the world still watching, and I didn't really feel like fighting in the gear again. But the DCC, it's more like something makes sense because if I'm training for no gi, I'm gonna train wrestling, I'm gonna train jiu-jitsu. So at the end of the day, it's gonna help in my MMA career. So makes a lot of sense for me. Gi, it's not really gonna help in my MMA career. So yeah, that's why I could fight.
That's a
Maybe
great
I,
point. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a great point. Yeah, the gi career doesn't make sense, but you could still do these things together. I like that idea.
Why not, right?
Absolutely. Let me ask you, when you see a big show like that, and let's be honest, one championship is putting on great submission grappling as matches. Are you excited about the future of submission grappling? Because it feels to me, even though this has been happening for a long time and there's been big shows, for whatever reason, right now it feels like there's more attention than ever behind submission grappling. Are you excited about the future and maybe just how big it can continue to become?
100%. I think back in the day was really different, and uh, but the old school guys kind of like paved the way to be what it is right now. Of course, my time, my generation, I it was really good, but now for this generation, like the last ADCC was something uh, next level. So that's the level that grappling should be, in my opinion, because it's so like it's a really tough sport, and it's a lot of commitment to go out there and put like a great show. So you have to sacrifice a lot of things and to be 100%. So that's why I think everybody deserves to get like be respected as professional athletes. You don't need just like, of course, MMA athletes like they are considered professionals, but grappling like in this kind of level, they are professional too. They don't do anything besides of training the whole day and get ready for a competition like that. So, and just like you said, what ADCC is doing, what One Championship is doing, everything is taking grappling to the next level. And I'm really part to know that I did somehow I did part of that. I kind of like help the sport to get where it is right now. But of course, it's still growing, and I'm really happy to see. You see, like Gordon Ryan made like a lot of money in this weekend, so that's what we're talking about. But just like he said, he is one guy, so there's a lot of guys that should be like get paid. Of course, he was the one, the name of the competition. Of course, he deserved more money, but at the end of the day, everybody needs to be like paid, right? Paid really well, not like like pennies, like always used to be. So that's how I
Yeah.
see. Like you see, we see like lightweights, kids, like the girls, like lightweights getting bonus in one championship. It didn't have back in the day. For you get like a $50,000 bonus. I mean, that was the price of the open weight division of ADCC. And open weight most of the times was like a heavyweight, so it was
Right.
like a prize money that just like big guys were getting. The girls were getting like way less. There's the lightweight or like the men's division, way less. So when they go out there and have a chance to win, the bonus is something like amazing. So it's good to see the sport is getting equal for everyone, and everybody's getting like equal chances to get like high to get high pay.
Yep, I agree. Last thing I wanted to ask you about grappling. I did want to ask you about Gordon Ryan. I know he's a former rival, but even you, with all of your accomplishments and everything that you've done, I've got to imagine even you were impressed with what he accomplished this past weekend.
Yeah, 100%, man. He was the name of the competition. He's been the name of the grappling right now, and I'm happy, to see what he's doing with the grappling, where is helping to take the sport. So he deserves. He works hard. I don't like the trash talking part, but I get it. It's working really well for him. So I respect him a lot. Last fight that I did in the grappling was against him. Wasn't the best fight, not just because I lost, but like 0-0 penalty. So I think kind of like some unfinished business. Maybe someday we do a better fight, not just because I lost, but could be a better fight, right? Me and him could be like a fight that everybody like, wow. But the last fight was like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's what I'm. How I see it. Probably he see this way too. Like maybe he wanna do like a better job. Of course, I wanna do a better job. So that's why could be really interesting.
Hey, things are totally different now, so I'm in. I like that idea a lot. All right, let's talk about the MMA career, man. 4-0 in your first year in MMA. I mean, I can't imagine that you thought it would go any better. I know there were some troubles with delays and rescheduling, and that had to be, a major difficulty. But you still got fights. You went 4-0. How satisfied are you after a year?
I can't complain. Just like you said, in 1 year, actually 11 months, 4 fights. But I think there was like better impossible because I was planning to get like momentum going, and I did it. But I think it was kind of like too much on the body, so I have some injuries that are gonna take care about it, take care of it, and especially because now the fight is gonna get tougher and tougher. So I want to get prepared, and I don't want to rush anything. So I want to take some time to take care of those injuries, and next year I'll be back 100%, and looking for the goal. At the end of the day, I want the belt, so we're gonna work for that.
Obviously the big adjustment for a grappler of your caliber is getting hit. Now, you haven't had to get hit a whole lot, but you've at least had to get in there with the possibility that you could get hit. And I know that's different nerves, it's a different feel, it's a different pace. I mean, where do you feel like you are in terms of adjusting to being a mixed martial artist, being comfortable and just, being relaxed in the way that you could be on a grappling mat?
Yeah, being honest, I feel way more nervous to go out there to fight a final of ADCC, to find a final of the worlds, than the when I step in the cage. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. I believe so much in my jiu-jitsu that brings me like so much confidence, and calms me down. And I think that helps a lot. So, and of course, I didn't get hit in the fight. 4 fights I didn't get hit, but trust me, like in the training, I get hit a lot. So I know how to take a punch, how to take some kicks, and training every day against like the best heavyweights makes you get comfortable when you step in the cage. I think that the confidence that I have comes because of the hard training that I do every day in the gym.
I just thought about it. The heavyweights, they probably like messing with you when it's time to strike, right? Because they know when it's time to grapple, they're in trouble. So when it's time to strike in practice, they probably like to mess with you a little bit and have it beat you up a little bit.
Oh yeah. They beat me up a lot, but like the guys that I train here, they so good, and we became like really good friends. Of course, they helping me a lot with the striking, and I do whatever I can to help them with the jiu-jitsu. So it's been a good like exchange. So it's like a good uh, good environment in the gym. So that's why I think I'm learning so much. When it's sparring day, I used to go like get nervous, kind of like a fight feeling. But nowadays I go there like relaxed because I know they're not trying hurt me or anything. And of course, I'm me the same way. I'm not going trying to go there, pop somebody's arm, pop somebody's knee. So I think that's makes the whole difference. So everybody like training together, getting better, and evolving together. So I think that's the result of this kind of training is there when I'm stepping the cage.
So normally you touched on it, gold, right? At 4-0, we would never be talking about most mixed martial artists challenging for a title, regardless of the promotion. But with your background and your accomplishments, I think it's fair to talk about you in the title picture. So, I mean, how close do you think you are? Do you feel like, one more win and you're ready to challenge for a title? Do you feel like you're ready now? Like, how close do you feel of being ready to challenge either the reigning champion or the reigning interim champion that you have right now?
Yeah, just like you said, maybe one more fight and now it's straight to the belt. I don't know, maybe straight to the belt. So I'm not really like thinking about right now, but I know it's coming. So I just fought like the former like contender, right? And I beat him. Was a good fight. So I kind of like proved my point. Now people start respecting me as a MMA fighter, not just like a grappler that's trying to go there. I proved that if I need to strike, I will strike. I prove if I need to like do like wrestling against wrestlers, I'll do it. So I'm feeling like becoming like a complete fighter. So that's making me feel really good about it.
We were supposed to have a unification match at the end of this month. It's not happening now. And now you just said you kind of want some time off anyway. You want to heal up some injuries. So I guess what are your thoughts on that fight not happening? Was it frustrating to know that it's not happening and now that it's going to have to wait a little while? Or does that kind of work out perfectly with your schedule and it doesn't mess things up too bad anyway?
I think just like you said, perfect for me. I think it's frustrating for Anatoly because he's the one that wants to keep active, keeps fighting. So I kept fighting a lot. If I'm not wrong, I have more fights in the organization than himself, right? So it's frustrating just for him. So now, like I said, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, last minute, come, Buchecha fight, 5 rounds fight, like without getting prepared properly for that situation. So I don't want to rush anything. And I want to take my time, but my time to fight for the belt will come eventually. I know that. So I will be prepared. But just like I said, I have some injuries that I have to take care first. And so I heard one championship is coming to America soon, beginning of next month, maybe like middle of next month. So I'm here already. So
I love it. So maybe being one of the first US events rather than traveling back over to Singapore.
that's 100% the goal. So I want to be part of that. I asked personally Shatri to be part of the first one championship on Amazon Prime card, and they gave me the chance, but it was like a big challenge. So it is what it is. So I said, yeah, I asked for, so of course I'll take it, and I did. I took the fight. It was a tough fight against Kirill. I knew it would be like, like a hard challenge for my career, and I got the job done. So when they come to US, I know everyone in the organization will ask for a spot. So I think I earned my shot too. So I will ask the same.
I love it. Well, that would be great because I know that as great as your career has been so far in one championship, it'll be even better if people can watch it in the United States. I think it'll be even more exciting. So hopefully that comes to fruition. I guess the last thing I'll ask you, and you kind of laid it out, but let's just lay out the scenario. It's the rest of this year off, fight in the U.S. early next year, and then the next fight after that for the title. Is that how this thing plays out?
I think that sounds good, but maybe could be a good scenario. But like I said, I don't know. I just like to stay to make a step of the time. So take my time. And but you just said a great scenario right there.
Sounds good to me. I mean, look, hey, you've got the accomplishments. You may be new to mixed martial arts, but you're a legend in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, submission grappling, so you get to call some shots.
Yeah, exactly. So I think of course, just like you said, I'm a legend in the jiu-jitsu, but my titles don't like they don't come. to the cage. You know what I mean? That's another sport. Of course, it helped me a lot, the background. By the end of the day, and like my world titles doesn't really count much if I don't get the job done, if I don't go to the gym and if I don't train. You know, MMA is not like, you know, just like the proving who has the best martial arts. Everyone trains everything, so you gotta be prepared to go out there, strike, to wrestle, to do some wrestling, do some jiu-jitsu, and all kind of situations. So not just Muay Thai, just boxing. You have to be like complete, and that's why I'm trying to become right now a complete MMA fighter.
Well said. And I think that's why you'll have continued success, because you're embracing the fact that it is mixed martial arts and you have to learn all of it. As great as you are in the grappling arts, you're learning to do it all, man. So that's fantastic. Well, listen, brother, I appreciate the time. I know you're a busy man. I guess, unfortunately, we won't get to see you the rest of the year, but take the time off, heal up, and I look forward to some news very early next year and some big fights for you, hopefully, here in the United States.
Sounds good to me. I hope that too. So maybe it will happen. Let fingers crossed for that.
Fingers crossed. We'll be cheering for it, and we'll talk then, my man.
Thank you very much.